Okay, so today I'm unboxing this beauty. It's going to be exciting, I'm sure. Let's see what's in the box. My husband left me his Leatherman. Isn't that handy? After the incredibly strong tape, I am opening the box. It has something here. Get inspired. Ooh. Get a little recipe here. You can go see that link for more recipes. Cool. Pepper and onion pizza pockets. Find the recipe in the inspiration guide. So, I guess this is their setup. Cool. Yeah. Blend scents, it says. So that's how it looks inside the box. One of the blades is right there. I will put that down here. And then, okay, so underneath, that's what it looks like. So it looks like the 2 cups are here. These are really big tumblers compared to my regular coffee cup. They are fatter. And they're the same height. They definitely are fatter though. And there are 2 in the blades, or at least this one has a blade in it, inside it. This one I think is just it's the drinking cup spout. That one's just that one. And then here, this is the actual blending blade. There's the blade inside there. And this is the blender pitcher. Let me grab it. There's a handle in it. There we go. It's quite heavy actually. Yeah, it's quite heavy. And large. And then the next thing will be this. That's the top of it. That's the lid for it. There's like a warning on the side. I'm not sure. Need to be warned. Don't use without lid. I'm sure that's the warning. And then another layer. Oh my gosh, so much packaging. Yeah, so far we're able to get 2 of those, and it's probably one at the bottom. And then these are the bases. Oh wait, there's another lid for the other cup here. So there are 2 lids for the 2 cups. And then this one, the bag is coming off, so maybe I can. Oh, that's heavy. It's heavy with one hand. Oh, wait. Oh, and the cord is stuck. There we go. So that is the big Ninja base. So far, that's what we got. And then there's one more. Oh, actually, it should be 2 more, I think. Oh, no. The food processing cup. That's what we're missing. So there. So what I understood is that I thought there was 2 bases because it shows 2, but I'm guessing it's just because the little cups fit on the big base. So it made me think there was actually 2 in there because I was wondering why would they need 2 machines, but they didn't. It was just my misinterpretation. This one goes inside those grooves, and then the blender and the food processor cup will go on the outside the grooves, and they lock in. There's a lock there. So yeah, that is like my magic bullet. That's what I left at home. And this is bigger than the bullet, as far as I can tell, just from the look of it. So I couldn't even use I did bring some bullet cups and different things, so I don't think that'll interchange with this because they look wider. So yeah, that goes on the inside, and then the food processor and the blender cups, or the blender cup, will go on the outside, and then they just lock in place like that. So now they're all one, and I think it has suction cups there at the bottom. Yeah, sticking to my table already. So yeah, that's what's in the box. And yeah, I'm going to have to try it out later on, make some salsa. That's what I was hoping to make with this today. And use it to actually blend up my iced coffees. So I'll give everything a good wash so it's ready for use. I just came over here to give these a washing, and I noticed that the food processor lid has a little pour out. And I was thinking if you were processing something and a lot of juice was made, maybe you can pour it out this way. and drain it off. Like if my salsa got a little bit too wet, for example, I could do that. And there's a sticker across the top of this one that said, you know, be careful, there's a really sharp, loose blade inside. There's like a little button here to unlock it. You push that little button in and does the unlocking. Not sure how well I can do it with one hand because of the suction. There's a rubber gasket. So I made a suction around it, and that's the blade. And yeah, that's a blade. And then there's more. It also has this one. So you could do, maybe you're not chopping the vegetables, but you need to blend something like dough, because I think I saw on the box you can make pizza dough with it. So that's a lot of hooks for pizza dough. I'm not sure how well that would work, because even on my KitchenAid mixer, there's like one hook. This may get really tangled in the dough. I don't know. That will be something to try out. And then for the blender, of course, it's got the metal blades already inside. Of course, it has a pour. That makes more sense to have a pour on the blender one. It had a push release, so if I had it all the way in, this one doesn't have that lock, but it does have this, it looks like a handle. Okay, you push the button in. You push the button in, that releases this handle. And then you push that down like this. Okay, yeah, there's a little notch on the side here. So when you have this firmly in place, I'm guessing, then you can do that. And then in order to pull it off, you gotta push that button. So there's no just, you know, picking it up kind of thing. It's sucked down there really good. And there's like a little thing here. I guess if you had big chunks of fruit or your ice, that little bar will keep it from popping out on you when you're pouring out your juice or your smoothie. And there's the base. Okay, I'm going to take back my previous thoughts on this little spout to pour liquid out. I think it's to add liquid, because pouring liquid out is not super efficient and rather messy. I'm thinking it's there to add a little water. If you're mixing something up and it gets too dry, you can add water this way. It makes a little bit more sense because it's sort of funneled down to the center hole there. So that makes more sense to add water, not to pour water out. Well, I guess you could do it. It's just slow and painful. Also, what might seem a slightly bit misleading is that I just poured this whole thing into here with the soapy water because I'm cleaning it. And this is like the same size as that. That says 1.9 liters. This says 8 cups. Huh? I hadn't poured any other water in here yet. Am I losing my mind? It's too early in the morning. I need more of that coffee. Oh yeah, no, I'm not losing my mind. On this side, 1.8 liters. See, it's the same size. It looks different, same size. But definitely more coffees in order. Okay, everything has now been washed. I washed everything even though I may not use it all now, but then I know it's clean for when I am ready to use it. One cool feature I didn't notice until now is that there's a little Velcro strap on the cord, so when you're putting it away, you can easily just tie the cord up. I like that because sometimes you don't have a way to wrap it around the appliance. I had my vacuum sealer had a thing underneath to wrap the cord around every time you used it, but then my waffle maker didn't, so I ended up wrapping the cord around the handle of the waffle maker. So I like when they have cord management built right in. That makes me know they were thinking and hopefully caring about my convenience. Okay, I need to make some more iced coffee. So this is what I do. I fill my pitcher up to about where the ice says, and then I pour it in here. And then this is what's left over. And now I'm going to add my coffee to the reservoir and turn it on. And then when it's done, I add milk to the top. I put it in the fridge. And then when I want iced coffee, I just pour it in my cup. Now I've gone far too long without a nice slushy coffee. So I put my coffee in there, added some monk fruit. I'm going to put the blade on. Very important, do not overfill it. I tried to put the blade on earlier and I had too much coffee in there and it spilled out. Made a bit of a mess. So there probably is a marking somewhere on this thing, but definitely below that. And now I'm going to blend it up and make myself a slushy coffee. So I have been experimenting. I've been filling this about half full. That coffee in particular, I find expands a bit. And my basket got very full when I had this up a little higher. I experimented. It didn't really make any difference if I put a little bit less in. So I usually do about half full, and I always make sure that this is full strength. And yeah, no, it's delicious. There it goes. Liquid gold. I got the lid on now, so let's try that out. So I actually did not look at any directions. I don't know if this works like my bullet. If I just turn it, it turns on. Or if I lock it in place, then I click something here. Let's find out. Okay, it definitely does not turn on by itself. So we have push to select this one, and we also have manual, blend sense, and mode. And I also have power, so let's try that. That's cool. It keeps making different colors. So pulse. That worked. Okay, so the pulse worked, you know, the way you would expect, and it actually looks perfect. I don't know what we do here. Oh, this has plastic on it I can take off. Or not. I'm gonna leave it on. You know, I'm the person who leaves the plastic on until it's in such ratty shape, then I pull it off and it looks brand new again. I left the one on the fridge, I left the one on the microwave, and I left the one on my robot vacuum that Avianca seems to have stolen. That's another story. What do I do here? That's neat. So you just press this dial to start or stop any program. Okay. But you can turn the dial. I probably need to read the manual because I don't know what to do with the dial. Oh. Okay. It said sensing. Sensing. Anyway, it's well blended. I'm just playing around with it. But yeah, I'd probably need to learn the manual a little bit before I try to make the salsa. When I remove the cup, it says install. So it knows there's nothing up there now. That's really cool. Now, this is an appliance that would continue to use the electricity if you don't unplug it, as I can see. Whereas something like my coffee maker, unless I push the button, it's not using any electricity. And it's almost finished. Here it's sputtering a bit. It's exciting stuff. I love my coffee. Here is what it looks like. And I brought my straw, my one big straw that I brought from Canada. The rest are in the shipping container. And, oh, pretty thick. Straw standing up by itself. I'm gonna put the lid on and just pop my straw through the hole, I guess. I prefer drinking from a straw. Yummy. That was good. Looks like my coffee's done. I'm gonna add the milk. I'm about to put the milk into the coffee. Now this milk just came out of the freezer, so it's actually quite cold, but I think there's no ice left in it. And this is, I used full fat milk, but I would prefer coffee cream or whipping cream, even better. Yeah, there's still a chunk of ice there at the top of the milk. Come on, ice, get out. There we go. Then I give it a stir, and if my milk didn't separate from the freezer, which does happen sometimes, and you put it in hot liquid, it gets a little bit grainy looking. But, you know, it's not sour. Just sometimes when you freeze milk, it separates, and sometimes when you freeze milk, it doesn't. And I have no rhyme or reason, but we've been freezing bags of milk in Canada for the whole time my husband and I have been together, like 18 years, whatever it's been now, like 100 years now. And, yeah, sometimes the bags will be chunky looking a bit, like when you put it in hot liquid especially. Oh, actually, if you defrost your milk and it already looks chunky in your bag, or it's a little different here with this, but we had glass measuring cups at home. To reheat your milk after it's been defrosted in the microwave until close to boiling, or you can put it in a pot in the stove, whatever. And then once it gets to a high enough temperature, it'll recombine. And then you can just stir it up. And when you stir it up, then it looks like milk again. So that's how we always dealt with that at home. I've only had it happen with one of our frozen milk. It looked a bit chunky, you know, a little bit granular, I guess you could say. But, you know, it doesn't taste any different. It's not sour. It just separates. Fat from the whey would separate when you freeze it sometimes. Now I just add my coffee to the fridge and we wait.
Don't forget to hit the like button.